to use a flowy fabric with a nice drape for a skirt like this. Cotton would be too heavy. I think the one I have here is a rayon polyester blend. However, chiffon would also be nice if you want to be a bit dressy. This fabric is only 45 inches wide, so instead I'm opening it up and folding the cut edges together. You need the top to be twice the width of your waist. Be careful when doing this with your fabric, as your print may not flow correctly. I suggest using a fabric that is either solid or multi-directional to avoid any issues. Since your fabric is folded in half, you only need to cut the actual measurement of your waist. Because you're going to sew the two pieces together, you will get your doubled length there. You can add extra fabric to allow for your seams, but I wouldn't worry about it. Your skirt will still stretch and ruffle properly. Next, cut your folded edge open. If you didn't have to fold your fabric cut edges together like I did, you can skip this step. Cut your elastic about an inch shorter than your waist. You can measure it out and cut, but I just wrap the elastic around wherever my skirt will fall and trim it down. You want the elastic to stretch a bit in order to stay in place. I also suggest doing this without bulky clothing on in order to get the right measurement. You don't want to get all the way to the end and have it be too big. Now it's time to attach your zipper to the elastic. Make sure you get a separating zipper. It will make sewing the skirt together a lot easier. I believe the zipper I used is 18 inches long. To decide which length to use, hold the top of the zipper to your waist. The bottom of the zipper is about where the front of your skirt will fall. Remember that your elastic will add a few inches. With your zipper right side up, attach one end of your elastic to the zipper. Place your elastic right up to the edge of your zipper. Using a basting stitch, sew as close to the outside edge as you can. This is just to hold the zipper and elastic together. Don't worry about the tails of the zipper for now. We'll hide those later. Make sure you always use a matching thread. However, I use yellow to help you see better what I did. To sew the other side, lay the zipper and elastic piece down, right side up. Fold the unsewn edge of your elastic over to the unsewn edge of your zipper. Make sure the elastic goes right to the top edge of your zipper just as before, and sew another basting stitch as close to the edge as possible. Your finished waistband will look like this. Having the separating zipper should already have proven a wise choice at this point. Fold the top edge of your fabric over about 1/4 inch and iron it. Then fold and iron again. This makes it easier to sew and will keep your fabric from fraying. If you chose to use a knit fabric, you won't have to do this. Knit doesn't fray. Fold your fabric in half, right sides together, folded edge to the top with the open edge to your left. Lay your waistband across the top. It doesn't matter if your zipper is right or wrong side up. Here you're just trying to find where to cut the curve for your high-low skirt. Place the bottom of your elastic at the bottom of your folded edge. Use your measuring tape to map out your preferred curve. Start your measuring tape about 1 inch to 1.5 inches below the bottom of your zipper. This will be what you hem later. Play around with the curve for a bit, and once you're satisfied, go ahead and cut. Now to create anchor points on your elastic and your fabric. Fold your elastic in half and place a pin at the fold. Then fold the edge of your elastic to the pin and place another pin on the fold. Keep folding pins together and placing pins on the fold. I created 7 anchor points, 1 in the middle and 3 between the edge and the middle pin. You may need more or less. The more you have, the easier it will be when you start to stretch your fabric on your sewing machine. Do the same for your fabric. Make sure you create the same amount of anchor points. Hopefully seeing it this way helps out a bit. So halfway through the editing process, I saw the second half of the most important part of the video had disappeared. Match the anchor points on your elastic to the corresponding anchor points on your fabric. Make sure the right side of the zipper is facing the right side of the fabric. The tail of the zipper should extend in the opposite direction of the fabric, meaning the zipper will be facing where I am kneeling, not the bulk of the fabric. Your fabric and elastic piece will look like this. Starting where you did your basting stitch, sew about 1/4 inch seam all the way across, stretching your fabric as you sew. As you're sewing, you may find that you need to add more anchor points to help keep things neat. Take your time. Starting off is a little tricky. Once you get a piece long enough to pull, things go by faster. Start at the top of the elastic and match the edge of your zipper to the edge of your fabric. I'm using a regular presser foot, but you can use a zipper foot if you'd like. Using the foot as a guide, sew along the zipper teeth. Do the same to the other side. Make sure you are sewing past where you basted before, otherwise it will show up on the outside. To get past the zipper pull, simply lift your fabric out of the way, zip up the pull, line your fabric up again with the needle, and finish going down the zipper. To hide the flap on the zipper, turn it to the wrong side of your skirt and sew. I wouldn't cut it off. It may fray depending on your zipper, and instead of the smooth edge at the top of your skirt, you'll have a jagged edge that will only get worse after you wash it. Now, all you have to do is your hem. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any suggestions on something you'd like to see me try, whether it be sewing or craft related, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with the world. My name is Victoria, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with another video.